Hello, I'm Dr. Rosie Kuhn, and this is day 2 of our Inward Bound Bootcamp for Self-Transformation. Now, yesterday we focused on what is it that you want, and what's the quality of being you when you have what you want. So again, this is foundational because if you think about it as a travel, if you want to travel, you have a sense of that destination. Let's say you want to go to Egypt. And it's like, oh, I can't wait to go to Egypt. You have an anticipation of what it's going to be like, what you're going to be experiencing in that traveling, in that destination. And that's what it's like here. What do you want, and what's it like being in that space where you actually have what you want? Today we're going to talk about the obstacles in the way. And we're going to start with talking about what ifs, if onlys, and yes buts. So quite often when people are saying, here's what I want, they'll follow it immediately with a yes but. Here's what I want. In my new kitchen, I really want to renovate my home, and I want to create a new kitchen where I can just cook up whatever I want. I want to be more organic, so I want to have some spaces where I can create from that space. But my mother says that I need fill in the blank. Or if only I had enough money that I could purchase this. Okay, so we've got the yes buts, if onlys, and the what ifs. And the what if would be, okay, I made this kitchen, and what if I decide I don't like cooking? What if I decide that I don't even want anything to do with kitchen? I've spent all this money wanting this. What if I don't want it anymore? So these are the constructs. These are the things that show up in our brains, in our mental thinking, when we talk about what we want. This happens so much. So often people don't know what they want, or they tell me, I don't let myself want what I know I can't have. So we don't let ourselves know what we want, and we don't let ourselves have that experience, because there's the yes but, the if only, what ifs that show up, that minimizes and dismisses our desire. And any transformative experiences that are of our nature, in our human nature, we have to focus on what it is we want. You've probably heard this time and time again if you're aware of The Secret or Law of Attraction, is like you have to know what you want. And be clear about that clear statement. Here's what I want. When you have that clear statement, like we did yesterday, and if you did that in the journal, you're very clear about here's what I want and here's what it's going to be like when I have it. That's great. Now we have this part that says, what's the obstacles in the way? Well, I might not like it. I don't have enough money. My parents say it's a waste of time. Whatever those obstacles are thoughts that we're having in our head. And most of them are based on the if onlys, what ifs, and the yes buts. So this is a time for you to, again, be very clear about what it is you want. I do this because I know you've written it down. Here's what I want. And then the obstacles that come up. What's in the way? And we can say, other people tell me, or I want a relationship, but my weight is I'm too heavy, or I'm not attractive. Or I want children, but I'm too old. I'm 27. I want what I want. I want to go back to school, but I'm 56. It's like I'm too old, those kinds of things. So we're looking at what are those obstacles to you having what you want? What are those thoughts? And the more clear that you can be about that, the more that you can see these are thoughts that you've created or have lived with. These are patterns of thinking that have been with you for so long, and we're now just kind of distinguishing them. We're now being able to articulate them. Normally in our brain, all this stuff is going on. I want to lose weight. I want to be beautiful. But I don't have the tenacity. I don't have the commitment. I don't have this. I don't have that. When we can start to write down and say, I want to lose weight. I want to be beautiful in my body. I want to love my body. I want to treat my body with love and affection and care and respect. But I really love apple pie and I really love ice cream. It's like, let's distinguish that. Let's stop the noise, if you will, and just start to be really clear. Here's what I want. And in the practice areas, in your journal, what I want you to do is make 3 columns and write down the yes, but, what if, yes, buts, what ifs, and if onlys in 3 different columns. And notice throughout your day when you say that to yourself, when you hear the yes, but, the if onlys, and the what ifs. And note them so that you can say, wow, I just said that. Here's what I want. I'm spending this time and this energy, and I'm committed to this self-transformation process, this boot camp. And here's where I'm saying yes, but. And here's where I'm saying, if only I had someone to do this with. If only I had more time. If only I lived in North Carolina. Whatever that is, that if only, those are elements that interfere with you having what you say you want. So again, we're just distinguishing these things incrementally. And as we begin to get more clear about that, you become more empowered to say, here's what I want. Here's the things that I let go be in my way. And I'm in choice here. So that's what we're working on. All right. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And please share these with other people that you know that you think they might enjoy this or appreciate this or find value. And leave a comment below of the if onlys and the what ifs and the yes buts that show up for you. I think other people who are reading the comments would love to see what's true for you. All right, thanks. Bye for now.